I previously posted a video where I suffered 0 casualties in the beginning of the game. This is the same game, guys. We're on turn 51, and I did achieve the short campaign victory with 0 casualties taken here. You can see 0 units lost here, even in the statistics. With that being said, I wanted to take it to another level and actually do this live instead of commentating upon it. So I have done one live stream out of the first session, and I wanted to promote it here that I'm going to be streaming on a near daily basis. I would love if you join me, and the link is down in the description down below. Needless to say that the series could come to an end at any moment, guys. If I'm doing it live, I could suffer a casualty. Otherwise, the rest of the video is going to be a little bit of a breakdown and a study on the starting scenario here as Reikland, what actually took place on my first stream, and my plans going ahead to achieve victory. When it comes to Reikland, typically the most well-optimized start that you can have is turn 1, take Grunberg, obviously. You also hire a second army over in Helmgard. Turn 2, you want to use the army in Helmgard to launch an assault against Uberreich, but you actually force march your army over from Grunberg in order to reinforce that and achieve victory. And then finally, turn 3, combining both armies, you want to take Eilhart. That is a 3-turn unification of Reikland, putting the Empire Secessionists down in the dirt where they belong. In my case, we obviously have the restriction of taking 0 casualties, guys. And believe it or not, I was just about able to keep it as efficient and as clean as previously stated. With the exception of turn 3, I actually ended off with an ambush. So by ambushing, you take a battle on the enemy's turn, and therefore at least we did take a nice big battle to keep the XP and finances going. But this ambush is crucial and important to eliminate the Secessionists' more flavoursome units, including namely their handgunners and their Empire Knights. The mortars are nice to get as well. Any range that we can eliminate here in this ambush is absolutely crucial in order to do the final battle, in my case, on turn 4, because otherwise it is just so difficult to achieve while taking 0 casualties. In conclusion, I united Reikland on turn 4, guys, while taking 0 casualties. Pretty satisfying, but there's plenty of challenge that still awaits us as I push onwards. In my older video, I previously showed a strategy to deal with the Burrow Legion, which I was able to pull off in this playthrough, guys. So absolutely critical success. Fairly lucky to pull that off, and critical success against the Burrow Legion. We managed to really put them down in the dumps and on the back foot. However, in terms of dealing with the real mini-boss of the early game, which is the Warherd of the One Eye, I attempted to join against the Black Pit here, as you can see, and the reason I did that is because I really require Boris's army to use a similar technique against the Warherd of the One Eye, but instead of actually attacking and dealing with the Black Pit orcs, he actually moved over into the Warherd of the One Eye's army at the same time that I attacked them. So terrible situation overall, and I genuinely thought that was going to cost me the game. As it turns out, very blessed up, very lucky for this run, which is what you need when you're doing a run like this, guys. I was able to escape with my life and eventually and ultimately overcome the Warherd somehow. Didn't attack the Black Pit? That boded really poorly for us. Is this within reinforcement range? We want him to go for the city and use his movement. Go for the city? He does? Oh my gosh, it's a miracle. Wait, the campaign's not technically over, but that does feel like it's over, if you see what I'm saying. It's not technically over, we didn't lose anything. Oh my gosh, that was so close. Holy, we're still in this. That is the Warherd dead. By attacking them inside of their only town, the Warherd, they're actually destroyed. Everything's wiped out. We're going to bring Middenland back. This allows me to retreat if I get hit by the Black Pit, for example. So this is it, guys. This is the current state of the game, 12 turns in. I'm so hyped, and I feel very honored and privileged because I had some real, genuine, blessed up luck and RNG in this game. But I've just simply unified Reikland. We've really put the Blackstone Post, the Burrow Legion, on the black foot. Unfortunately, he is recovering, and I am concerned about the fact that he's recovering due to the fact that I was unable to call legendary lords in against him. He currently has 2 provinces, or regions rather, one being Fort Artois and the Blackstone Post, the capital out here of Forest Dune and Blackstone Post. With that being said, I still potentially have the ability to go out and finish them off, but much more pressing, and the first battle I will be taking is this force against this force. So literally, guys, this is such a difficult and challenging, run that I could literally end and lose the series on the first battle here upon starting the stream. But assuming assuming the Burrow Legion goes down, my plan is to basically push up through Midland, returning provinces to him, so I don't need to defend them. Namely, we need to win over Marienburg, and my plan there is to take the the Black Pit's capital, the Black Pit, out here. And he should really desire that. It's probably going to have a red building inside, but being the capital of the Misty Hills, I'm going to trade it to Marienburg for treaties and to actually call him in against the Black Pit. If I've destroyed his armies and he's down to one single region, Marienburg should at the very least be able to stove him off, but hopefully eliminate him completely. My plan from there is to go into the Fecundites as per usual, restoring the Empire out this way, and moving on down to Sylvania. Speaking of Sylvania, who's kind of like the final boss, they are currently at war with Stirland, so I've seen them slow down a little bit when compared to previous patches in the past, and there's actually animosity that can be built between the Ogre Kingdoms, who often come in through Averland and so on, and of course Draika out here, who's a hostile occupant of the Empire. Often they kind of fight amongst themselves, the Legendary Lords, and really aren't that productive. It's kind of a little bit intimidating how fast he is in this particular run, and I might have to emergency, leave the Fecundites for last or something. If I don't border the Fecundites by restoring Midland, depending on if they're slower, I might have to backtrack and go straight for Sylvania. But this is where we currently are, and that should, of course, achieve our goals, assuming that we don't suffer a casualty of defeating the Empire Successionist, which had already taken place, the Burrow Legion and Sylvania, as well as dealing with a total of 30 provinces, which we've only currently dealt with a measly 3 regions under our control, 3 of 30. I do plan, guys, if I'm successful, to push on for the long campaign victory and potentially even more after that, and I would be open potentially to posting the entire VOD, which is 3 hours, here on YouTube. Let me know if you're watching this, if you're interested in the 0 casualties attempts and runs, if that's something you'd be interested in. And thank you very much for watching this video. I hope to see you live over on Twitch.